episode of the Burnley Career Mode, which has Stoke, Middlesbrough and Everton coming up in this particular episode. But I've got some sad news. Unfortunately, the end of the current season of this career mode, I'm afraid it's where this particular series has to end, because I lent a friend my PS4 with the game and he accidentally saved over the game. So I'm absolutely gutted that we can't take it any further. But what that does mean, we can start a bigger and better Burnley Career Mode next time. Also, I might have an idea for another series of FIFA videos, but we'll talk about that in due course. Anyway, let's get back to this episode and what we've got left of this season. We've got it all on tape, so we're just adding the finishing touches to it. We play Stoke next. Big game at the turf for us. We're in 4th place. Could we get into that top 4 and cement our place there? Let's go over to turf mode to find out whether we could beat Stoke or would we become a cropper against Mark Hughes' men. As ever, I was in the turf mode commentary box to find out what actually happened that particular afternoon. Welcome to turf ball at Burnley, line 4 for Stoke, line 6. They've got 43 points, Stoke, and they're okay. They are a point or two above Liverpool in the table and are performing terrifically well, as usual, under Mark Hughes. As for Burnley, trying to cement their top 4 aspirations, John Stutzy's men, they've gone with Graham Balotelli up front. Rashford drops to the bench. Kimmich and Henrik are good replacements in the middle of midfield. So too is Goffren on the left-hand side. But a really rock-solid defence as well, with Shawcross and Keane at the hub. And of course, goalkeeper and captain Tom Heaton. So as the team shake hands, we'll have a look at what Mark Hughes has chosen. And it's a really good side that Mark Hughes, the manager, has actually chosen this afternoon. As we look at John Stutzy there, his side doing terrifically well. Jack Butland, one of the England keepers, in goal, of course, along with Tom Heaton. Glenn Whelan, very good captain, he's the anchor man, and Altovich on the left and Shaqiri on the right will hopefully provide the service for Wilfried Bonney, who's the lone striker today. Referee Anthony Taylor from Greater Manchester. Burnley, of course, in the claret and blue, and here's Balotelli through, good ball through initially, and a really good save from Jack Butland, and he takes it the second time under great pressure from Mario Balotelli, but it was great laid in Balotelli in the first place. Here's Joe Allen for Stoke, signing from Liverpool. Now in Bowler, and he's got away from Keane, and he's through on goal. It's in Bowler for Stoke. It's off the post, and it's gone in. A shocker here at Turf Moor, and it's in Bowler, the man who got the goal in the game down in the Potteries earlier on this season, has just done it again. Gets through, gets one-on-one with Tom Heaton, and it goes in off the post. And it's Stoke who lead, just like they did at the Bet365 Stadium earlier on in the season. There it is, in off the post. So when Bowler scores against Burnley again, Mark Hughes just a clap and a fist and a raise of the fist, because he knows that Burnley will come back. It's his 8th goal in the season. And now Burnley, if they're going to have any aspirations of getting into the top 4, they really have to put out their A game from now to the final whistle. It's Gray looks to try and equalise straight away, and he's done so! 2 goals in a little over 2 minutes, and the Burnley fans are going mad! What a magnificent start to events here tonight! Andre Gray with a superb reply for Burnley! 1-1, and that trusty right foot has not let him down again. Oh, and that's got everybody buzzing now. Stoke were celebrating 1 minute. Now Burnley are celebrating the next. It's Gray's 17th of the season. 1-1. Trippier. Well, Robert Allen, sorry, for Stoke. What a good start to this match it has been. 2 goals inside a minute. And the ball played in. And Shawcross, the former Stokeman, can get that one away. But only as far as Glenn Johnson. And the ball forward. And again, good defending there from Burnley. They look a real proposition when they get moving, I have to say. But here comes Stoke once again with Wilfried Bonney. And Bulu got the goal, now Shaqiri. Shaqiri moving that one well, and Johnson out on the far side, but he couldn't be found. And now Burnley have it with Robertson. This is a really good game. I've really enjoyed the first half, 34 minutes that have been played. And here's Balotelli. He's through. It's Balotelli. What a good save from Jack Butland. Well, I tell you what, folks, this is end-to-end stuff from two unfashionable sides here. So a corner. Left it in! Good header, good save. Half time. So Rashford and Henrik on for Balotelli and Stephen Defoe. Arnautovic. Bonnie. Arnautovic again. Good play. They'll come here for Mbula. What a chance this is for Stoke. It's Mbula. Still plenty forward, and then Heaton came out and narrowed the angle superbly. And here come Burnley again, this time with Robertson. And that's a lovely ball. Can he find Rashford? No. The ball was just a little bit too overhit. Quarter of an hour to play. Chances have been at a premium. Here's Will Hughes though. He might just produce something here. It's Will Hughes. Oh, he's hit the post. In fact, he hit the angle of post and crossbar. Oh my days. This is fating to end 1-1. We shall find out, because at the moment we've got Stoke attacking down the right with Shaqiri. It's end-to-end stuff all of a sudden. Shaqiri now. Big chance for Stoke this. Oh, and Burnley just about get it away. But now Rashford on the break. This game, this is an intense period of play. Here's Gray. Andre Gray. The angle's tight and he gets his shot and he gets it, and he absolutely gets it all wrong. But just a few moments ago, it looked as if Burnley were going to go in the lead, but they struck the angle of post and crossbar. Shaqiri. Johnson. Mbula, who got Stoke's opening goal. And a lovely ball to Johnson. And Wilfred Body might be in. Wilfred Body. Oh, he's hit it straight at the goalkeeper, Tom Heaton. We've got about a minute to go. And if I was a betting man now, I would probably say, with the heaviest of hearts, it's going to end a point each. But Stoke might just pinch it out at the death. No, they won't. Good, sensible, disciplined defending for Burnley as the referee, Anthony Taylor, brings the match to a close. So 1-1. Both goals coming inside 90 seconds, and Mbula putting Stoke in front. And then 90 seconds later, in the 17th minute, after Mbula put Stoke ahead in the 14th minute, Andre Gray equalised to make it 1-1. And that's the way it stayed. Hughes hit the post and crossbar, but apart from that, it's on as even. Final score, Burnley 1, Stoke 1. Oh, disappointment there, 1-1. Could have been a lot better really for us. But the game, it was a disappointing game as a spectacle. Apart from the two goals, the main action obviously coming those two goals in 90 seconds. And Mbula putting Stoke ahead after 15 minutes, and then 2 minutes later our own Andre Gray with a super equaliser straight from the restart was going again. There wasn't really too much in the way of action, apart from one great moment that could have been for Will Hughes in the second half where he hit the angle post and crossbar. But what that does is put us back into 5th place, so it puts us back down in the Europa League, which is not what we want at this stage. But you know, as I said, I mean, we were lucky to find 6 minutes worth of highlights, to be quite honest, because it wasn't a particularly good game. I didn't enjoy playing it too much, but there you go. In the Championship, though, Newcastle look as if they're going to run away with the title. Sheffield Wednesday a bit further ahead, and then Brighton, Villa, Cardiff and QPR. Could be a good race starting in the playoffs in the Championship. Anyway, let's go to the Riverside for our second game as we take on Middlesbrough, relegation threatened, of course, at the Riverside Stadium. Could we put the wrongs of the Stoke game right at the Riverside, or could Middlesbrough put even more damage on our top 4 ambitions? Let's find out. Welcome to the Riverside Stadium, where Burnley, looking for a Champions League place, are up against 17th place Middlesbrough, who are fighting to stay in the Premier League. Both teams were nearly promoted at the end of last season, both promoted in the top 2. Burnley have a good away record, only lost 2 this season, and 29 points from picking up on the road. Could they make it 32 today at the Riverside Stadium against the Middlesbrough side, really fighting for their lives under Aitor Karanka? This is what Karanka has picked. Valdez is still preferred in goal. Jordan Rose, Bromley of Blackburn, comes up against their local rivals today. Gaston Ramirez, Fisher and Stuani will provide the billets. Derone and Ledbetter are the two anchor men. Ben Gibson, a local lad, will certainly give passion for the Middlesbrough cause this afternoon. It's a beautiful sunlit afternoon here on Teesside. There's Mario Balotelli, one of the starters here, as you would probably expect, and this is how they line up Burnley. Same 11 that drew 1-1 with Stoke. Andre Gray in amongst the goals again. Will Hughes came so close, but this is going to be a really tight battle. And the referee in charge of proceedings this afternoon is Roger East. Well, at the start of the season, every pundit was saying this was going to be a relegation 6 points up for both sides, which it's turned out a bit different. Burnley now at the top end of the table in 5th place, going for a top 4 spot, whilst Middlesbrough aiming to stay out of the bottom 3. Here's Will Hughes, early shot, and he drags it wide of the target this time. Man who almost came so close to getting a winning goal at Turf Moor in the match against Stoke, where he hit the angle post and crossbar, shoots well wide of target this time. Here's Rhodes. Danger here for Burnley. Good tackle there. But Rhodes has won it back and still danger. It's Gaston Ramirez. Good tackle. Went look for all the while as if Middlesbrough were going to get in to score this time. And Michael Keane sticking out a leg and making sure that Middlesbrough didn't score, but it's still Mike Stuani to take the Borough corner. Real danger here for Burnley. Stuani to take. Still not away yet. Fisher White trying to shut it. Fisher, what a good save from Heaton, turning it over the bar. Hughes looks to get Balotelli on his way. It's Balotelli. What a chance this could be for Burnley. Yes! 17 minutes gone of an highly competitive, very exciting game here at Turf Moor, and Balotelli with that left foot in off the crossbar has fired Burnley in front. The Champions League chase is in the lead. Founders no chance. And Mario sinks another one into the back of that Middlesbrough net and registers his 8th goal this season. 1-0 Burnley. Fisher. And a chance for Rhodes. He hits it, good block. Shawcross in the way of that one. And that could turn out to be an important block because Gray's on the counter-attack. And he might just sprint away from the Middlesbrough defence. It's Andre Gray. Oh, that should have been 2. And Gray knows it. The form he's been showing even when coming back from injury, that was a big chance. Ball played into the area. Good defence again from Burnley. They've really defended well, but here's a chance for Ledbetter to come forward. And he might get a second shot here. Ledbetter. Not a very good shot, I have to say, from Ledbetter. It was an easy one there for Tom Heaton. The ball back to Michael Keane there. Here's Stephen Defoe. Oh, look at that. It's a lovely through ball to Balotelli. He's through now. It's Balotelli. And good save for Valdez. And now the stop Stutz's from going 2 goals clear. Well, we're just 6 minutes into the second half. And here's Gray. He's got Defoe out to his left. It's Stephen Defoe now for Burnley. Oh, he's in it straight at Valdez. And Burnley looking for that killer second. Here's Antonio. And that's perfectly weighted. Another chance for Defoe. And another save from Valdez. This keeps Middlesbrough in this game. Stephen Defoe's had 2 goal test chances. And Valdez is in equal to them. Burnley corner. Floated in. Oh, it's not cleared. Oh. It was Shawcross, the centre-back, with the opportunity to make it 2 and really put clear down out between Burnley and Middlesbrough. Balotelli coming off to a standing ovation from 3,000 Clarets who have made the journey to the Riverside, and he is going to be replaced by the Manchester United loanee Marcus Rashford, who himself has been in the goal scoring form himself this season 2. The Burnley fans really making their presence felt here at the Riverside today. Antonio. Kimmich. Another one of the substitutes as well. That's played a lovely ball. Showing this time, Gray, yes! He makes no mistake this time. And Middlesbrough, with less than 20 minutes to go, are left needing snookers if they're going to get anything out of this game. Kimmich with a lovely weighted through ball. And Andre Gray, undoubtedly the Premier League's top scorer, scores another one. And Burnley go 2 goals clear in the game. They felt they had to win to get into that top 4. And they're doing just that. 10 goals, that's 18 goals I make it this season for Gray. Squad on our left, here's Fred from Middlesbrough, who are in deep trouble, not just on the pitch but in the league table as well. And that's a good ball. Oh, it's in! A goal back for Middlesbrough. And the game is not over yet because Gaston Ramirez's stooping low header from about 2 yards out has given Middlesbrough hope. It was a really worked goal, I have to say, but the Burnley marking was very lacklustre, and Tom Heaton, sadly for him, was badly exposed and had little or no chance. And Middlesbrough have half the arrears here and put themselves back in with a chance of saving this game. It's only his third of the season, but he's put Middlesbrough back in it. We're playing seconds now. Here's Valdez. Is there time left for Middlesbrough to get an equaliser, or will Burnley hang on for a crucial 3 points? It's got to be the latter because Burnley have got the 3 points. And I have to say, thoroughly deserved. Goals from Balotelli and Gray put Burnley 2 up with less than 20 minutes to go. Gaston Ramirez with 12 to play made it a really nervy finish for the Claris, but they held firm and take the victory. And their top 4 aspirations give themselves a huge boost now. And Middlesbrough, their relegation fears continue. Final score, Middlesbrough 1, Burnley 2. Well, that was a terrific 3 points for us, but it still doesn't lift us towards the top 4. But we're 1 point behind Tottenham now. That's the important thing. And considering now that there's only 6 games left of the regular season to go, we've got to play Everton at Goodison Park in our last game in this particular episode. This season's really coming to a real crescendo now. We can't win the league. There's no chance. Chelsea have pulled away, and I can't see anybody catching Chelsea. They're pretty good. They've done a double over us as well, which is always a sign of true champions. But Spurs and Crystal Palace and Manchester United are definitely catchable assets, that's for sure. We'll just have to see how that one pans out. But we're 1 point off the top 4. We're 3 points above Arsenal, who are lying in 6th place, so that could be tough. Now we've got to go to Everton, who start their campaign lining, start this match with us lining 11th. They only need a point to stay very much in the Premier League next season. They're on 39 going into this game. The only trouble is for them, they've only won 8 games, and that's always a worry, for, especially from an Everton viewpoint. But excuse me, got a bit of a cold. But they are on their day a really tough team, and I think they'll cause us some problems. So let's see for our final game if we could hang on in there, get 3 points against Everton, or would Everton really give us a really tough game? Well, we went to Goodison Park, and we'll find out now. And then stand by for 8 minutes of real action as we go to Goodison Park to take on Ronald Koeman's very tough Everton team. A warm welcome to Goodison Park, where Ronald Koeman's Everton take on John Stutzy's Burnley. Everton starting the day line in 11th. Burnley, as you can see, 1 point behind Tottenham, are in 5th position, looking to still get into that top 4, which would be a terrific way to end the season. And they're still very much in the FA Cup semi-final, which is the next game, and you'll be able to see that in the next instalment of this particular YouTube series. Let's have a look at the Everton side. Jordan is the goalkeeper. He's preferred to Kanibiowski. Can't pronounce his name properly. Enner Valencia is the lone striker up front. Ross Barkley plays in behind. Delafero and Moraz, the 2 wingers. And Barry and Morales are the 2 holding midfielders. But it's going to be a tough old ask for Ronald Koeman's men. Line 11th, which is a bit surprising for them, I have to say. against the Burnley side that have exceeded every expectation under the sun under John Stutzy, and this is the side he has picked. It's Hughes and Kimmich. They made 2 changes. Kimmich and Hughes come in, with that cup semi-final as well next week, it was important that they made changes in the midfield area. Referee is John Moss. Now Everton attacking the Gladys Street in the first half. Valencia to Barkley, onto McCarthy, pulled back, heating out to Block, did really well. And it's really, Everton could have been in front, but they've given the ball away here, Burnley. It's Barkley, and here's a chance, it's headed Valencia. Oh, he's put it wide. Big chance there for Everton, in fact 2 big chances in the space of 60 seconds there for the men from Goodison Park. And really, one of them should have been taken, and Ronald Koeman knows it. And Delafeu onto Barkley, back to Barkley again. Good running here from the England man. Barkley was stripped. Oh, it's going to be a penalty against Shawcross. Yellow card for Shawcross. John Moss, the referee, had no doubts that Barkley has tripped by Shawcross. Let's have a look at it again. See. Oh, he's got in. No doubt, that's a penalty. And it's Leighton Baines with the trusty left foot. And he sends it the wrong way, and Everton take the lead on a quarter of an hour. And Baines skips away, not bad for a 33-year-old. And he celebrates with his manager, but from a Burnley point of view, that is not what they wanted at all. Chasing that Champions League dream. And here they are trailing by a goal to 0. For Ryan Shawcross's real stupidity, but he's a surefire penalty shot. He's Leighton Baines with that deadly left foot. He always works wonders from the penalty spot, and Everton take the lead with a quarter of an hour gone. In actual fact, that was Leighton Baines' 3rd goal of the season, and that really underestimates how much. Oh, it's a chance for Valencia. We're just going to break off. It's Valencia. Oh, it's going to trickle in. And Burnley are in trouble now, because Ana Valencia has just doubled Everton's lead. It's 2-0. Everton doubled their money after 29 minutes. And Burnley are in big trouble here. One ball split the defence. The defence was nowhere. Heaton, totally exposed. Did his best, I suppose. And he made a gallant attempt to try and save it, but the ball had enough momentum in favour of Everton, and the ball just trickled into the back of Heaton's net. And Burnley are in big trouble now, because it's 2-0 to Everton. It's only his 3rd goal of the season over Valencia, but that could have ramifications now of Burnley's top 4 ambitions. 2-0 down, and looking in real trouble. They've restarted straight away with Andre Gray, and he's just put it wide. Oh, that could have put Burnley back in it in an instant there. Well, now they'll really have to pull out all the stops and the A games now to get back into this one. And outside, he's Oldgate. Does really well. Ball laid in from Barry. Valencia. Morales. Oh, could have been 3 then to Everton. Burnley all over the shop defensively here. And Morales would have been more assured there with his finish. Well, Burnley could have been 3-0 down, and that is no exaggeration. But wait, here's Jefferson Montero. Burnley still at 2-0 down. Here's a chance. Oh, what a save! Well, Balotelli with the shot, and Juderan has just made one of the saves of the match. What about that? Beats the ball into the ground, and then it just whistles over the bar. Antonio. Oh, he's got away from Holgate. Good ball in the ground. Yes! Gray's done it. It's 2-1 right on the stroke of half time. Lovely ball in. And Gray, who's not the tallest of men, I've got to say, riz up above his defender. Headed it past the goalkeeper, who was badly exposed, and all of a sudden Burnley have a way back into it. It's Gray's 19th for the season. It's 2-1 Everton. And here comes Balotelli in the second half. Ball back to the goalkeeper. But what it illustrates is that Burnley never give up. They know they're chasing a Champions League dream. Here's Kimmich! Oh, I thought it had rippled the net. It's just gone wide. Oh, Kimmich with a real opportunity to make it 2-2. Goalkeeper was beaten a mile, but the ball just beat the post. Oh. Gray. And he gets the ball terrifically well. And look at Antonio breaking. This could be 2-2. It is 2-2. Antonio has equalised. What a fight back from Burnley. Gray with a lovely weighted through ball. And what about that? Run timed to perfection from Mikel Antonio. And from then on in, once he got 1-on-1 with the Everton goalkeeper, bang, in it went. And all of a sudden it's changed right around. Burnley are back at 2-2 from 2-0 down. And what a game we're finishing in for now. 10 to play. Here's Barkley. Oh, good save. Still might come. Ah, heated again. He's having a match and a half now. 2 marvellous saves. And that could have put Everton back into the lead. Everton corner. They're looking to win it. Oh, good header. Good save. Well, Heaton is earning his money today, but he's giving it away. Oh! And now Burnley looking to win it in the last knockings of the game here. Gray, it's a throw. Will there be time for it? I think there might be. Here's Trippier. Oh, not with passes like that. And that could be the last chance gone. Referee brings the end of the game. But what a super match it was. Everton were 2 up inside half an hour from goals. From Baines from the penalty spot and then of Valencia. Gray pulled one back before half time, and then with 20 minutes from the end, a point was rescued by Mikel Antonio. Either team could have won it right at the end, but it's ended 2-2, and Everton will stay up with that. Final score, Everton 2, Burnley 2. What an entertaining game. Well, what a finish that could have been. Well, what a finish that was. Great game of football. Best game of the match of the career mode. Well, of this episode of career mode so far. Really was end-to-end stuff. We went 2-0 down. I couldn't believe it at the time. We were playing it at the time. I couldn't believe we were 2-0 down. Penalty was a penalty, and then the defending on their second, on Everton's second, was an absolute disgrace. But Gray came good for us right on half time, and that was sort of the turning point for us. And then Kimmich came close, as you saw, and then, well, Mikel Antonio, it was been a revelation. £6 million, he's been well worth it, and I can't recommend him highly enough. He's just fantastic. We're still 2 points worse off than Crystal Palace. We're now chasing them now for the 4th spot. We're still 3 points ahead of Arsenal in 6th, but we've got 57 points. But we've drawn a few games now, so we're sort of teetering on the brink a little bit, which is quite a bit worrying, really. We've dropped. Well, in this episode we've drawn 2 and won 1. We won the one against Middlesbrough. Oh, that could have easily ended a draw because Middlesbrough had chances in that game at the Riverside, but it didn't matter. We got the 3 points, and that's all that mattered. So there we go. So we remain 5th, 2 points behind 4th place Crystal Palace. 2 more games it's a double next week, so extended highlights of the Watford FA Cup semi-final, and then after that more extended highlights as we host Manchester United in what now could be a very, very crucial game for us at Turf Moor, and then we've got to go to Palace at the start of the next episode after that. So plenty to look forward to on that channel as we aim to end this career mode series on a real bang. That's it from now. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel. The Twitter address is at the end, but from me, JB, John Stuttard, please take care. We'll see you soon for another career mode episode, but from me, take care. We'll see you soon for another episode. Ta-ra now.